She's terrified. Look at my hairline and then see what happens when I turn my face up. You see that? Actual artistic moment is happening in front of your eyes. Hi, I'm Eric Edstrom. I'm an author, and I'm on a year-long mission to learn how to draw. You can follow my progress here on the Paperlike YouTube channel, and please follow my progress on my own channel, which you can find linked down below. If you're learning how to draw, believe me, I know how frustrating it can be. Especially when you're trying to draw people like a celebrity and you're trying to get that likeness to be just right. And it seems kind of mysterious sometimes, like how is it done? Over the course of the past 4 or 5 drawings that I've done on my channel, I've learned an awful lot about what not to do, but also some important things to do. And here are my 5 major tips. 5. Use references. This is so obvious to me now, but when I was starting to try to draw human heads, I was kind of just making them up because my ultimate goal is to be able to draw characters of my own imagining. But part of learning is being able to draw things that actually exist so that you can learn where the nose goes and where the mouth goes and how eyes are shaped and how they look from different angles. And the best way to learn those angles in particular is by drawing references. It's not always fun. What did I get wrong? Why doesn't it look like her? I mean, that is a completely different woman. She's terrified. If you didn't know who I was drawing, would you be able to identify this person? And the answer is unequivocal. No. Number 4, learning the proportions of the human face. It seems kind of obvious when I just say it. Like if you've ever tried to draw from a photo reference and for some reason the eyes are way out here and the forehead's super tall, which I've done. Why is her forehead so incredibly tall? That's the problem. People have their own unique proportions of how close their eyes are together and how far up to their hairline. Look at my hairline and then see what happens when I turn my face up. You see that? See what happens? So her mouth is between the nose and the chin is where you typically find it. And she's an example for us all to study. 3, the Loomis head. The Loomis head is a concept from an artist called Andrew Loomis and his famous book, Drawing the Head and Hands, which came out in the 1940s. What was neat about his concept was how it simplified the human head into a sphere where you cut the sides of the sphere off and then you add this front portion for the face. And what I found was really helpful is actually drawing the Loomis head on top of a reference photo and doing it again and again and again and again. There's a lot of science to the art, but ultimately we need to be training our brains and our eyes and our brains. We need to be training our brains to learn how to see, which is one of the most frustrating parts of drawing from a photo reference is where are the edges? Like sometimes there's a lot of shading and light and shadow and it's not distinct where the jawline is or where the edge of the nose is. So learning how to see that and how to translate that into a drawing is... But it can be done. What got me started on this mission was doing Inktober with my daughter. And I realized that drawing on the iPad was really hard because it was this plastic on glass. Well, I got the Paperlike screen protector, and what it gives you is that friction feel that allows you to have more precision. For someone with very little motor control, I need all the help I can get. And the Paperlike has helped my drawing tremendously. 2, motor skills. Being able to train your hand to draw the line you want it to draw is not necessarily a simple task. And developing those skills has taken just ridiculous amounts of practice. And I'm so far from where I want to be. But I have made enormous improvement just by drawing a lot. When I first was drawing, I was doing all these scratchy, kind of very tentative lines. And just drawing an angle that I wanted to draw would often be frustrating, be like, that's not what I wanted to do. Yep. Already, here we go. Already my circle is not a circle, but there's a signal that starts here and it shoots down my arm, and then my hand goes, I'm not doing that, I'm doing this. Pretty good circle, if I do say so myself. Let's check that out. Not too bad. I mean, that's like Charlie Brown's head. I mean, you could put an eye here and a nose here and his little sprig of hair here. In any endeavor where we're trying to learn something, there's a certain amount of that where we have to practice our scales. And in drawing, it's drawing lots of circles, drawing lots of ovals, drawing lots of ellipses, drawing lots of lines. One, it's about mindset, about knowing that anybody can learn how to draw and get better at it. When it does turn out to be frustrating, or when I fail, is being able to laugh about it. And believe me, I've had a lot of cause to laugh recently. Something is terribly wrong here. This is a disaster. So those are the 5 major tips I've learned so far in my journey to draw. Use reference photos, study the proportions of the human head, use the Loomis head concept to help you draw it, practice the motor skills, and finally choose your mindset so you can have a sense of humor about it. Before I leave, I want to share one bonus tip, and this has been something that's helped me a lot, and that is share your work. You'll find people who get your vibe and they'll resonate with what you're trying to do. I've been overwhelmed by the people who have seen my terrible, terrible drawings and have offered me an enormous amount of encouragement. I'm on this channel because I did it. I want to see what you're working on, so share your work on Instagram. Tag Paperlike and me, Eric Edstrom Draws, and use hashtag drawwithpaperlike. I'll be back here soon, so make sure to subscribe. Leave a comment below, and most importantly, go draw something. I command you!